Culture, many believe, is the live wire of a vibrant society, expressed in many ways to help tell our stories, celebrate our values, remember our past, entertain ourselves, and imagine our future. These expressions help define who we are and helps us see the world through the eyes of others. This is why the National Institute for Cultural Orientation and its role has remained pivotal to the growth and development of our great nation. Welcome to the National Institute for Cultural Orientation, NICO, with a mission to develop cultural materials for promoting the cultural image of Nigeria both nationally and internationally, and use them for the realization of the nation's cultural diplomacy objective. NICO also has its mission to be the apex leading cultural training institute in Nigeria, which will energize various cultural establishments and contribute to world progress and civilization through research and documentation of cultural heritage, assets, and services, both tangible and intangible.
As the name connotes, an institute, which is a research, academic and educative center or educational center in charge of cultural orientation. Orientation naturally is a process of redirecting a mindset from one point to another. And when this orientation is now specifically centered on culture, it means that you need to find a way to send messages across to people, culturally important messages across to people to shape their mind as regards culture. What is the role of culture? What is culture itself? What is culture supposed to do? How well has culture done what it's supposed to do? How well does the environment appreciate culture? What is the plan of the environment towards culture? How does the environment, which is now government, politics, policies, people, how do they see culture as an enabling driver towards development, towards better life, towards technology, towards governance, towards policy making?
As a cultural institute, NICO has part of its mandate to train cultural development officers, motivators, and communicators who would be grounded in Nigeria's various cultural practices, realities, and philosophy that are essential for national integration, peace, unity, and development in a multi-ethnic nation. The Cultural Institute also constantly spearheads the provision of innovative research aimed at making culture the vector of national integration and development.
The essence of creating the monotechnic as well is to allow young Nigerian people to have access to cultural education, because they can use it for employment, they can use it to better their lives, and creative industry and cultural industry is a job creator which can help you develop your life and make a living. Those are the things we are doing in the area of training and capacity building.
Given the legal backing by an Act of Parliament in subsection 3, 1, A and B, and 2, A to G of section 3 of the Act establishing NICO, the objectives and functions of the Institute are to serve as a focus for orientation in cultural matters for Nigeria's policymakers and other government officials, develop cultural materials for promoting the cultural image of Nigeria within and outside the shores of the nation, while using them for the realization of the Nigeria's cultural diplomacy objectives. NICO is saddled to build capacities with training of cultural development officers who will integrate Nigeria's culture into the educational system at all levels to facilitate the practical application of the Nigerian culture in everyday activity, develop and promote relevant materials aimed at preserving Nigeria's culture at all levels, carry out public enlightenment campaigns of the various facets of Nigeria's culture to effectively mobilize Nigerians towards a culture-oriented lifestyle, and sponsor and undertake research into all aspects of Nigeria's arts and culture.
The president is interested in how we can turn the fortune of Nigeria economically through culture, cultural tourism, and other means. through the creative economy, through creative arts, through art itself, through many ways and many means. Now, the president is interested in the potentials, economic potentials, income generating potentials that is inherent in culture that is not yet tapped.
As the world continues to experience growth and disruptions influenced by technology, culture remains dynamic, and NICO continues to evolve and ensures it adapts the new realities which sustains Nigeria's growth and image. This new creative expression and innovation through technology, arts, and media democratizes creative ideas, allowing artists from diverse backgrounds showcase their work globally on the digital space that enables cultural narratives to be shared through film, music, literature, and visual arts. The Institute remains mindful that this comes with the challenge of using technology responsibly to promote cultural evolution and growth without reducing the values of the people. As such, NICO's leadership says the organization is up to date as technology raises ethical questions regarding cultural appropriation, digital privacy, and the impact of AI on cultural practices. Addressing these challenges requires collaboration between technologists, policymakers, and cultural experts.
We have a project called Doodle Plugs. Doodle Plugs is basically supposed to be a digital platform in the center of the world that is meant to showcase our culture, give the world the greatest opportunity at their fingertips, at the press of a button, to know the culture of Nigeria, the culture of Nigerian people, a country with diverse culture, with a great population, the biggest black population in the world. So, race by race, tribe by tribe, nation by nation, people by people, we're classifying our cultural nuances, our cultural elements into a digital platform. As potent as YouTube, Facebook, or anything, we're building it. And at the end of the day, all our festivals, all our foods, all our dresses, all our languages will be on that platform. What is that supposed to do? That is supposed to showcase our culture to the world. If the world would appreciate us for who we are, it is not about other people telling our stories. It's about ourselves being able to express ourselves and tell our stories to the world. So, Doodle Plug provides an opportunity for a language laboratory where Nigerian languages are taught online. Anywhere in the world, our children that were born abroad should not be denied of the right to appreciate and know our culture. They can learn our languages through Doodle Plug.
The National Institute for Cultural Orientation, NICO, was established by Act 93 of 1993 as a joint initiative of the Nigerian government and UNESCO during the World Decade for Cultural Development Program between 1988 and 1997, which emphasized the cultural dimension of development. The idea was to also enunciate a cultural policy for Nigeria.